Guys, I have the best wife ever. Got this for my birthday. There it is. Before I open this thing, let's check out the box. First of all, I love that box. A matte black, it just really looks good. And then, of course, Hypers Go. And why do I care about boxes? Because it just helps me keep the components all together. And the boxes do look pretty good on the shelf. Okay, we are greeted with a manual. It says, first off, tear off the film. I don't do that. So this is actually a pretty good manual with a lot of information. It's all about this look, man. Look at this beauty. All black. Ah, that's black and gold. Ah, looks so good. It comes with 2 shells. This one looks pretty cool too, but I just want that simple black, man. That looks so good on there. Anyway, let's get inside. We have a very, very nice brushless setup in there. 4200 kV motor. That's pretty big, man, for something like this. It's 1/16 scale. My favorite. Let's look at this in here. Look at those CVDs. That is thick, man. I mean, it looks like very quality components. Of course, we know who they're trying to rip off here, but man, it looks good. And you see that metal in there? This is solid, guys. Let's just see what the suspension is like right out of the box. Ooh, it plants, man. Oh, nice. That's not too bad for right out of the box. They have the 3-wire servo, and they've got this receiver. Now, the receiver is just kind of floating there on some like double-sided tape. That's not exactly ideal. You do have some additional ports. Appears to be a front light here. I don't see anything in the back though. Adjustable turnbuckles. We've got, of course, the Dean's connector here. This battery is pretty sweet. You just click that up. This is a pretty small battery, 2S, 1050 milliamp with 25C discharge rate. It is very cheap feeling, pretty unique in that they're kind of wrapping these lipos up in these plastic shells. It definitely should help with the durability of the battery. And all metal gearing, metal diffs, dry shaft in there, all metal. This is just something, a design cue. You look at the side, these little pieces of plastic, kind of a design cue stolen from a well-known company. For the price range, having a brushless setup with a heat sink and fan already included, that's pretty awesome. So we get an included wheelie bar, a USB charger with included batteries for the remote, an extra 2S battery, an extra spoiler with additional plastic parts that aid in the rigidity of the top. Of course, a screwdriver, metal wrench, that's nice, and these pins, little pull tabs on there. Wow, an extra set of CVDs. I don't even know why they would include this because they are super thick. It's not like you're going to be breaking them. These are like solid. I'm like applying as much pressure as I can, and I can't bend it. The remote has a nice feel to it. It's small. I do like it, but it does feel very cheap. It does have a 70 to 100% throttle. Might be handy for a beginner. And then, of course, your steering trim there. The wheel is a nice foam. There's not a lot of travel in the trigger. Before I get this thing out to do some speed runs and bash, I will go ahead and take a look at the diffs. They have put in a dollop of grease, and it's really just sitting on parts that really aren't going to, it's not going to help really lubricate anything there. So they have included it, but it's not really going to help, guys. As you move the diff around a little bit, you can see a little bit of grease on there. So it's not like they're not giving you anything, but it'd be way better to go ahead and put, coat this with a little bit of white lithium grease. let's open up the diff and see what we've got. I do like that, you know, they've got the pinion gear and the spur gear all metal. It definitely needs more grease. So I am quite surprised. You can see some grease. Okay, so you can see the grease within there. I am still going to go ahead and put the white lithium grease in there and check the other diff. It's kind of good to know that you could maybe buy it and the diffs aren't going to crap out on you immediately. As I'm putting this back together, I kind of just had a thought. These Chinese companies are really setting the standard for what is possible at an entry-level price. It's not any of the big manufacturers. A year or two ago, I was completely blown away by what was possible at such a low price point, meaning that they were putting in quality components with brushed motors. I had issues here and there, but for the most part, super durable cars. But there are always things about it that you wanted to do to it. You wanted to upgrade it to brushless. The servos were often 5-wire servos and everything, but now we're getting brushless setups and we're getting better design, better components, you know, metal gears. That's pretty impressive, guys. And even look at the battery. They really are setting the standard. If they're on this pace and they continue to do this, it's really going to put some pressure on the big boys. There's no doubt about it in my mind. In a way, if I was an owner of a hobby shop, I'd be a little bit nervous, especially if I had a large inventory of major brands. Right now, you guys are just lucky that these Chinese companies haven't targeted the big boy. Right now, they're working for basically 112 and below. They start getting to the bigger scales. That's going to be interesting. Don't get it confused. I want the success of hobby shops surrounding local areas. I want them to thrive and be successful. But as part of that strategy, they better start taking these little Chinese cars seriously and supplying parts, because I don't see them going anywhere. They are continuing to advance and make improvements and offer more features for the money. Just take note. I know it's a small detail, but the included screwdriver is magnetic. I like that the drive shaft is angled. So we're here at the front diff, and it does have some grease there, but again, I would put more. It is good to know that they are at least making an effort. Have the front one open. The grease is there. Not as much as that first one, but it is also not that bad either. Do not confuse that with saying don't ever grease these. You would be safe running this car right out of the box, but I would recommend going ahead and opening this thing up and greasing those diffs. It seems like they're applying grease, but maybe not as much as they really should. And about 75% of the way in, just remember, why am I using this screwdriver? And so there it is. Let's get that wheelie bar on. Check out the adjustability of this wheelie bar. It sits very, very nicely. And you've got the 3 height positions there. That is awesome. It's nice to see that there are some added holes there for the shock adjustment that will adjust your ride height. Now, up here in the front, there are they each have 2 positions that you can adjust into. And there it is. Beautiful, beautiful. The attention to detail is awesome. This right here, like little skid plates, and you get additional skid plates in here. The clips are nice, easy to pull out. You get 8 additional clips. Look how good this looks. It is sexy, guys. Awesome. All right, let's see what it can do. Are you ready to run after a car?
Yeah.
We've got the included 2S battery. We're gonna get a speed run. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Full throttle. And let's bring it back. Can you catch it? So we've got 25.8. Okay, we're gonna run 3S in this. I'm gonna have to stack it this way. We're just gonna run it as is and I'll strap it down. 3S battery in there, and as you can see, that battery compartment door is just kind of hanging out there, so aerodynamics aren't in my favor. All right, pretty fast. All right, it's coming back this way, Aiden. Oh, crap.
I get it.
Whoa, you caught it. Look at you, strong man. We'll put it back out here on the road.
That is the concrete.
Yes, right here on the concrete.
This is the concrete too.
Try it again.
No,
Oh! Yeah.
better be careful of this. It's very fun.
Uh-huh.
Not too that long. This is
All right, I've done several runs off camera. I'm gonna get an idea of how fast this thing goes. So I got 36.2. I'd love to be able to get faster. I'm wondering about a higher discharge rate. I'm pretty happy with 36.2 for right now. All right, I just want to see kind of how it handles if I punch it on 3S. So, oh. So this thing has plenty, like ton of power on 3S. Punching it. You can do wheelies while on the go. That wheelie bar, awesome. That is so much fun. Uh-oh! Let's see if this thing can make it up that hill. Oh! So I've moved back to the 2S battery. I want to just kind of see how it does when I punch it with the 2S. All right. So, oh, it's pulling some wheelies in 2S sometimes. Yeah, we're going to. All right, so not all the time will it wheelie in 2S, but sometimes. So let's run in the grass, Aiden. And this is thick grass. You can go get it. See if it can get up that hill. That's a pretty thick hill. Very grassy. Ooh, didn't have the juice. This is like the hill of death. It locked it up. Hey, let me send it down this hill, but don't go down there. That's really steep for you. Watch how far it goes. Oh yeah, it'll come back. Look how far it goes.
That's not deep for me.
Yeah.
I don't go down there.
It's doing really good, isn't it? All right, here it comes. doesn't have the juice. Can't do it. Hey, let's get into some dirt, bud. This thing is fast enough on 2S that I don't think I'd really want to bash all that much in 3S. Oh yeah? So it's a little odd. After it takes a hit, tumble, the reverse will go out momentarily. Even the main throttle will go out momentarily. Now, so it's got plenty of speed and everything, but it's like a cogging. Like right now I'm hitting reverse. Yeah, if it takes a tumble, it like needs a moment to recover. I love you. All right, so see. But, I mean, it does recover. Yeah, so it's like a cogging issue with the reverse, especially the reverse. Dirt in your face. Wow. Finally, some donuts. There we go. It's a lot of fun. Hitting reverse, and it like takes forever sometimes to get back for it to even initiate. Oh, all right, let's get in some gravel. So I've just lost throttle. Not sure if it's dead or no. I've got right and left. Lost all throttle. Not really sure if the battery's dead or what. I turned it off, turned it back on, and it fired up again. So it might have just gotten jarred up by the gravel. And if that's the case, that's not good. One really neat feature about this truck is the placement of the on button here. It's right there. So once you have everything on and ready to go and you want to turn it on, you just press the side of the shell in and it fires up. Are you singing for us, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, so it's getting dark out here, guys. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is getting dark. So it's time to get on those lights. All right. Ooh. Yeah, it's got lights. So a fresh 2S battery. I love that. I love the light. Man, that really, really helps, especially running at night. Oh, wheelie. So it's a lot darker out here now than it appears on the screen. And those extra clips are going to come in handy because I've already lost 2 of them. And unfortunately, I didn't bring them with me here. So the shell might pop off and all that. Let's get in that grass, Aiden. Let's compare this just real quick size-wise to the Mini Revo. Now, the Merv is quite a bit bigger. The body clips have came off. Yeah, I want it in gravel too, but we're gonna have to do that at a different time, buddy. Top won't stay on. Even still, I've given this car a pretty good workout. You can see it no longer looks pretty, but to me, it is still gorgeous, all right? I love this thing. I really have no complaints because even though the little bit of clogging here and there, it's not absolutely consistent, except for the reverse. It's not a deal breaker, but it is still something to note with this car. It is very fast. I'd like to get a higher discharge 3S to see if I could get that 40 miles per hour that I think some others are getting, but 36 point whatever it was, not too bad, and definitely feel good about a car within this price range to hit that speed. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the content, like and subscribe.